the space frame. This kind of a space frame, if you see. Let me show you in 3D view that I can orbit. First, I will show you that how this is developed, and then I will demonstrate that how to get this kind of stuff done. Can you see this? Yeah. This is being done with the help of massing, and if you see, this is an individual pattern. It has been repeated multiple times. Can you see? And if I open, because I need to have this kind of detail, the structural detail we need to have, I have developed a very simple detail with me with the circular bars, or I'll show you that family. This is the adaptive family only. And this, if you can see on the screen, this is a very simple point-based family. And I have not make the provision to make all the points adaptive. Only these 4 points, 1, 2, 3, and 4. These 4 are the adaptive points. The rest points will be following the adaptive one. As you remember, in the last session, we were trying to develop a few points because the upper one was following the lower one. If you see, if I'm changing this, the upper one is following this. Can you see it? Is that clear? That how did we created in the last session? So accordingly, we have got 4 points based on these 4 adaptive points. I will show you if you wish. I can demonstrate that how this family has been done. And once this is done, I can load it in the project, and having a surface, mass surface, which can be of any shape, we can convert it into a desired shape of the frame. So this is how we are going to create. Do you want me to demonstrate such kind of stuff from the scratch? Or is that...
please.
All right.
How do you give the dimension for this parameter? For suppose you want the frame size and all.
Actually, the diameter of these bars can be fixed, but however, regarding the length and the width, this will follow the grid, actually, curtain grid. If you want to make them parametric, in that case, your grid has to be parametric. So usually these kind of stuffs are following the pattern of the geometry. So accordingly, you can have the reporting parameter so that you can have the sizes of each member. That is something different. But first thing is that how you can create these kind of geometries. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you see, there is a mass in between. If I select this mass, can you see this mass? This has been created. If I select this mass, this has been created with the 2 curves. Okay, I'm going to create another one for you. And then once I convert it to a form and then turn on the nodes, just selecting 1, 2, 3, 4 nodes, picking that adaptive family at once, and then repeat it throughout the geometry. And depending upon the number of grids we have in this mass, it will replicate everywhere, because as you can see, there are 10 numbers. If I make it 15, for example, 15 for U grid and 15 for Y grid, V grid. So the number of the members will be increased. So accordingly, we can adjust the number and the sizes of the frame. So this has actually been repeated multiple times, and there are many things in this project. So it is going to take a little more time. So as you see, it's been changed a little because it's been increased. So from here only you can change the number. I'll show you from the beginning only. I will create a new mass in a new project also, not in this project. I'm going to create it in a new project. Let us finish this. I'm just creating a new project. So this is family. Okay, so this is a new project, and you see, I'm going to place, first of all, I'm going to place two reference planes. This and this. This is the extent of my the roof, which I want to have. And I'm just giving this as a name 01, and this will be my 02. Okay. I'm going to the massing and site and going to place, create a mass. Just let be the mass 1. And now I'll have to go to this elevation. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm going to massing and site, creating an in-place mass, and then going to create an spline. It will ask for the work plane, right? So I will take the first reference plane, which I have created on the top. Whatever I will create, it will be created in that work plane only. So let us have any shape. Maybe this curve, right? And then again take this spline. This time the spline, and changing the work plane as reference plane 2. Okay, this is taken as a model line, so I will take the model line only. Reference plane 2. I'm going to create a spline, not the line. In the reference plane 2, yes. So this will be something like this. Okay. So there are two splines have been created. If I check them in the 3D view, they are like this. Okay. So now I'm just going to select both of them and going to create a solid form. So this will give us a form like this. You can create any shape, any of any dimensions. This is the first thing. Once I have the face ready with me, because this is not a solid, this is just a face, I can divide the surface. And depending upon the requirement, the usage, I can increase or decrease the number of U grids and V grid. That you already know, that how to change the angles and the other thing, the rules, maybe the fixed number or fixed distance, whatever you want, you can place here. You can also give the fixed distance. Somebody was asking that how can we identify what is the number, what is the length of this, so we can have the fixed distance, right? So I'm just going ahead with the fixed number, and this is 10 on each side. Any question? No question? Okay. So I'm just going to create a new family like this. However, I can use this family also, but I would like to show you that how this family has been created. Do you want me to create this family, or you are okay with this family? You can create this only.
Create
One
and show us.
Okay, in the last session also I was trying to create this family, but again, okay, no problem. I'll create another family for you. So that is actually a new family, and that will be your curtain panel pattern based, the one which we were using. Pattern based, okay. And this already have 4 adaptive points. 1, this is 4, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So we will take the reference point and then drawing on the work plane, picking the work plane here, put it here. And then again, take the point, picking the work plane again, put it here in this work plane, so that this point will be associated with this adaptive points, okay? And then again, taking the same point, drawing on the reference plane, picking the plane, this plane, put the point here. Again, we need to select the work plane and then here, okay? The 4 points I have placed. So now you can just simply select and filter out, not the adaptive points, not the reference lines, only the reference point. There are 4 reference points I have selected. And now I'm giving some offset value, maybe 1500. So these are the points, and we can check first. If I change the elevation, so it is actually changing accordingly, right? This is first thing we need to check. And this is done because I have placed these points by selecting the reference plane of this individual adaptive points. Fine. I'll have to draw on face, and then 3D snapping will show you the snap. We'll take the reference line to join all these 4 points. This has been placed wrong, here to here, and then here. The screen is clearly visible, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, reference line. We'll have to make sure that we are drawing on face, not the work plane. And then all 4 points are connected. This is the step number 2. And then we want a member like this here as well, and the bottom member, which is joining these two. So for those, we need to have this reference point in the middle here, here, and that's it. We can have the reference line drawing on face, 3D snapping, joining these here again, and then one line at the bottom. So basic structure is ready. And now we need to have that extrusion or sweep, something like that. We need to have 1 frame on top, 2nd frame here, 3rd here, and 4th here. So for these, we need not to have any point. We can simply create any circle or any profile and then give this path. But for these two, 1 and this one, we need to have some points where we can put any profile and add 1 at the bottom. In total, we need to have 4 profile. For those, we need to have 4 points. So just put 4 reference point first on this line. So this will cover the top frame. 2nd, somewhere in the middle or maybe somewhere in this line. 3rd here, and 4th one somewhere in the middle of this line. Is that clear? So now I'm going to have a model line. Taking, for example, I'm taking a circle, drawing on work plane, and then select the work plane of this point. Now I'm going to draw a frame, profile. Let's make it very tiny, or whatever the dimension we require. Let us take it maybe 10 mm, so that 20 mm will be the overall thickness of that. We can select this and then all 4 connected reference lines, create a form to make a frame like this, okay? Also, we can select all 4 reference line without that profile to create a form. So it is giving you a solid. There has to be 2 options, whether you want to have a solid or a plane. So if you don't get that option, for example, here we are getting 2 options. We need to zoom out a little bit to get that option. This is the option. So now we have the surface. We can give any material, maybe the glass. But for example, by chance, if you don't get that option to opt whether you want to have a solid or a plane, so there is one trick I'm telling you. For example, I am selecting all the reference plane. I'm zoomed in a little bit because maybe it doesn't show me the option. Still, it is showing at the bottom, but still, if you have made a solid by mistake, so you can just simply select the top one, and if you delete this, the bottom will remain as a plane. Did you get it? Is that clear?
Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect. So again, I'm going to create a circle, drawing on work plane, selecting the work plane, and the work plane has to be the plane of this point. Again, I'm going to make it 10 mm. The same I need to have on this work plane, 10 mm. So select this circle and these two reference line, just create a solid form. This will give us a solid form, right? The same thing has to be repeated here. Create a form. This, okay. It is selected the plane actually. We have to select very carefully that we are selecting the correct profile. Now this is giving us these two frames. Now the last one is remaining at the bottom. We need to again create a circle. Maybe as a model line, create a circle. We need to draw on work plane. Selecting the work plane, we will select this. And let us make it little bigger, maybe 25 mm, or we can increase or decrease whatever we want. You can just select the reference plane, create a solid form. So this is done. Now I can do one thing, just select these frames and on the top as well, giving them a material, whatever we want. I'm giving maybe copper, just to give you a different look. Maybe this copper, which is the default one. I'm taking this material. Okay. For the frame, I have opted that copper. And for the top layer, I'm going to assign, let me first select this. Yes, this will be our glass sheet or maybe any transparent sheet. Glass. I'm going to give it a normal default glass. Okay, this is done. I'm going to save this. Parametric space frame. And the placement points are, you need to see 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to load this into a project, which is a new project, project 1. This has been loaded here. Now I will just go there in the mass family, just select this mass. If you remember, in the surface representation, there is a small arrow. We can just click and turn on the nodes so that you have the placement points now across the surface. Okay. Now go to the create and then component. You will get the previously created component. You can place it anywhere. Placement point 1, 2, 3, and 4. You see it is coming on the top. You can also send them at the bottom. Accordingly, you have to make the family. Okay. But okay, this is done. I have selected this. Once you select, in the array command, you have this P with it with the array. Repeat. Just select this, and this will repeat across the grid we have with us. So this is done actually. One more thing, and then finish. Any shape you can give to your frame. This is ready. And if I go to the mask and turn off the mask, that mask is actually turned off. You are left with this framework. And now it is up to you which frame you are going to give this to detail. And for example, if you want to change the composition of this grid, let's just get the masking back, turn on the masking. Let's go to the family. It may take a little more time if I change the composition. If I select this and for example, if I'm increasing the number of grids from 10 to 20, I'm making it 20. So you guys have any question in creating such kind of mass and having some patterns to be repeated? You have any questions? You see the number.
Question?
You see the number of grids have been increased in one direction, and now I'm again increasing it on the other direction, which is V grid. So it will accordingly adjust the frame which we have created and loaded. So any frame we can create, we want any modification, any changes in the design, we can go back in the family and make the changes there, load it back, and it will update, it will replicate it. Make sure we need to retain this mass if the changes are going on. So any change we do in the composition of the curtain grid of this mass, this will be replicated across the roof.
Sorry, I have a question.
Yeah, please go ahead.
So now you adjusted the number of grids and it's still adaptive.
Yeah.
Yes.
How about if we want to update the mass itself? It will adapt.
Yeah. Kashif, can you change the shape of the mouse and see how it plates?
Sure.
I just want to know if it's
It will automatically get aligned.
Good.
It's a very good question.
Awesome.
Yes, nice question. Let me just turn on the mask. Just selecting this mask face.
Basically, that is the beauty of the masking.
So
You see, I have just selected this line, this edge, and I'm increasing the length. Or maybe curvature also I can change. If I click on edit profile, we can change the curvature as well. Still, but because there are a lot of things repeated and adaptive, it is going to take little more time to develop, but it will. Actually, it will update.
Sound.
Kashif, your sound was a little bit less.
Is that fine now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let me increase my volume as well. So it is taking a little more time to update and generate because there are so many adaptive things connected to each other.
I have a question, Kashif. Can't we edit the mask first and then get the space frame back, or you have to do it along with the space frame?
Either way you can do. Either you can delete everything and then just
less time.
you
Would
see.
that take less time?
Sir, again, selecting and deleting them, maybe that can be time consuming, but again, it didn't take that much time, which I was anticipating actually. It take hardly 30-40 seconds. So
Yes, I'm just trying to understand.
you have got a very valid point. The other option is that you can simply just select the adaptive things and then delete them. For example, if you have deleted and now do whatever the changes you want to do in this composition. For example, this one only you want to change. You want to increase the height, for example, like this curvature you want to change. Just change that. Maybe the composition also, grid composition, you want to make some changes. Again, just create and have that component back. Place it the way it was placed earlier. And once it is placed, you can just simply click on repeat with the P, and it will replicate. However, it was the same process in the last one also. I have just modified the mask without deleting all the adaptive components. It was updated. But either way you can do, whichever suits you. It is again going to take a few time. Yes, please.
Yeah, Kashif, can we make equal panels? Panel size, if the panel sizes are same for the whole grid, can it?
Yeah, you have the option equidistant.
There are four options. Actually, the panel size are actually of equal size. Let me tell you, because the grids composition which we have taken is only the fixed number on both the directions.
No.
If that's the case, please tell me.
Yeah, when we make the mass, we have two sides. No, two sides are of different length.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So when we divide one side, we'll get 10 points. On the other side also, we'll have 10 points. When we connect all this, each piece will be a different size. No.
So in that case, as Ishtiaq sir was suggesting you in the beginning, in that case, you don't take the fixed number. Better you go ahead with the fixed distance option. So it will divide the grid on the basis of fixed distance. Do you want me to show that?
I understood his question. What he is trying to say is he wants a square thing. When you are doing one side small, another side long, so it may do the rectangular thing.
This is a fixed distance option. You can opt the fixed distance option. For example, I am going to make it 2 meters.
500 by 200, 1000 by 2000. You can give the dimensions based on your grid.
Now I'm giving the fixed distance only.
You can make it fixed distance from Y and X axis, whatever is your grid size.
No, this we did. We have. Why I'm asking is when we doing the yacht club now, there is certain specific size light box. Imagine each size, each piece, each panel is a light box that has a fixed size. And when we want to fix it, it is not dividing. Or each one is a different size when we divide that.
But in such type of structure, the geometry of each frame, each point, each item will be different actually, because these are curvature in every direction. However, the grid size you see, it has been made a square 2 meter by 2 meter in every aspect. You see in this. So
I understood his question. I'll make him understand what he's trying to say. See, I'll make you understand. This type of masking is only needed at the space frames. What you are saying is in the light boxes. In the grid, there may be different sizes of the grid. You are getting that? So there it may not work because everywhere it cannot work the same. Then we have to have a different mask of that. And you have to make that mask based on your geometry, which you have already in CAD or in whatever form. But what here I'm trying to say is when you are making a space frame where all the grid sizes are equal, but still you have the option of fixed size, you have option of equidistance, and what are the other two?
Distance.
Maximum spacing, minimum spacing.
Maximum spacing and minimum spacing. Four options. Right.
Okay.
For different spacing, we don't have option. Like suppose one is square, one is rectangle.
Then
we cannot make different cubes in this. You have already, if you give one size, you cannot have different sizes in this grading.
I think it should be because there was one option to have none. Maybe in that option you can do.
Then you can do it manually. Yes, that's what I said. None, and then do manually. That's what I was telling. Keep the geometry on the bottom, adjust as per the geometry, and then save it.
Like we sometimes adjust the curtain grid.
Do you know, as you have to trace the geometry on your mask.
Let me just have a simple rectangle and then create this as a face. Yes, this is a face now, and then finish. Let me. Okay. We can divide this. So if I'm opting the none option, none option is giving me no grades. Actually, it is not allowing me. And if I want to introduce a grade, so there is no option. Maybe if I can split them. No, it is not allowing. It is not allowing. So it is actually set, when it is set as none, it is not allowing me to do anything. U grade and V grade. Okay. So fixed distance only we can have the fixed one. And then we can justify maybe from the center it is going to distribute. We can give the rotation. We can also give the offset value. But different composition as he was asking, it is not.
No, Kashi, that's what I was trying to tell. In this type of massing, you will not have different arrangement, because it is not possible in this. Because this family has been created for the space framing.
Yes.
So in that case, you may have to go with that, the one which you showed earlier last time when you put the adaptive points and then you created that form.
Yes.
With the help of adaptive points only.
Yes. So this is how this space frame can be done, and then yeah. So is that clear? As per your question, it was actually done. So you can have any geometry in your section of the structure, and then accordingly you can, maybe for example you have different details for the structure. So you can create that adaptive family and then replicate it throughout the roof. Fine. So, this, should I close this?
Yeah.